Hey, morning. Morning. So I'm out taking a walk with my man's best friend Owen here. And I got to thinking, it's October 1st. It's like, gosh, time is going by quick. And it made me think back, because it is Thursday. You know, you start thinking back. I don't know, it's in my mind, always think back on Thursday, the throwback Thursday. And I think back of how many people that I come across and why so many people fail at weight loss. So many people. And you know, it just kept resonating in my mind. And Owen and I were just having a little discussion. I wanted to share that with you in today's Daily Dose. The reason why so many people over 40, so many beautiful people over 40 fail to lose weight, and I'm going to talk about that in a moment. But I'm going to share with you a little story myself. And when you come on, let me know that you're here live. So if you come on and join me on my little walk here down at the beach. It's Thursday, October 1st. Good morning to you. Hope September treated you well. Hope you're excited about a new month. I'm excited about October. I'm excited. I love this season. It's the weather. I got my hoodie on. Feels good. It's so nice out. And I don't know where you're at in this world, but if you come on the replay, let me know it's a replay so I can acknowledge you and thank you for watching me. We're just talking about, Owen and I here, we're talking about what happens to people and why they struggle so much. And there's really one main reason. And I kind of tricked you because I put it in the actual post. You see, the number one reason why people fail to lose weight is they just simply don't think they're beautiful. And I want to share with you a personal story, and I don't mind if this is going to be a bit of a rant, so I hope I'm not going to offend you because it's about me, but hopefully it may resonate with you. You see, when I was younger, growing up, you know, as a typical teenager, had, all the issues, the problems, the pimples. But I want to share with you, and I hope you don't mind me sharing with you a little bit of kind of an embarrassing story. And this is not so much, I guess, a rant. Well, it is, because I want you to believe you're beautiful. But I went from a Catholic school to a public school, and it was really stressful. And I had this kind of like OCD habit. And I don't know if you had this when you were a kid growing up. I used to suck my thumb, and then now, I'm still dealing with teeth issues to this day. But that's not even it, but that was part of it. But I actually used to get nervous around people. And when I used to get nervous, I used to twist my hair. And I don't think, honestly, it could be the reason why I don't have any hair now. I might have twisted it. But I just would twirl like the back of my head when I was a kid. I kid you not. And this was not that young either, like middle school. And I think I even did it a little bit in high school. And now I can look back and I don't mind sharing it. But if I was in high school, there's no way I would be sharing. I'd probably be wearing a hat. As you can tell, I got nothing up top here. And not only was I embarrassed, I didn't feel that I was good looking as a teenager, right? And I also had, the back of my head was pretty much bald because what I did when I was a kid, when I got nervous, not only did I twist my hair, I used to pull it out. I'm not kidding you here. And it's something I don't really share the story too much. And what was interesting is as I'm pulling it out, not only am I feeling bad about myself, I'm also looking bad. And in the process, by pulling out my hair, literally twisting my parents, like they didn't know what to do because they'd see hair in my bed if I'd be in bed and twisting it and nervous. It's like, I think there's actually an actual diagnosis for that. But I used to pull my hair out, and that's how stressed out I used to get. So, and I also used to be a nail biter. Even today, my nails still struggle. And I had this habit, and you know what? It made me feel less. It made me feel worse. And I'll tell you what right now, why does this resonate maybe with you? Why I want to rant is because I didn't think I was good enough. I didn't think I was at even that age, at that young age. And I think it kind of stayed with me over the years. So let's just sit down and have a talk. So I don't know if you ever pulled out your hair, if you ever pulled out your own hair, or maybe did things to your body, and maybe food is your deal, and when you don't feel good enough, or maybe you feel nervous or anxious, you turn to food. And when I was nervous and anxious, I turned to pulling my hair out. Like, that's where I was at. And the number one reason for you, if you're listening right now, the number one reason why beautiful people over 40 struggle to lose weight. How does this relate to losing weight? Well, it's quite simple. You don't think you're beautiful. And for a time, I didn't think, now that's in the teenager years and even in between, where I still feel like I'm not good enough. There's times where I don't feel like I'm good looking enough, or I'm smart enough, or I make enough money. And I want you to know that if you're struggling with weight loss, and I even struggled in college with weight loss and felt not good enough, and I tend to lean towards the things that I knew I could control, and I could control pulling out my hair, just as I went through times eating as much food as I wanted and drinking and binging and all those types of things. And maybe you're at a point right now where you're struggling with weight loss because you don't see yourself as beautiful. And I'll tell you what, it's something that I bring to the surface today, because still, even a coach who spent the last, half of his life pursuing health and fitness, there's still a part of me that still feels like maybe I'm not good looking enough or beautiful enough, right? And I don't know if this resonates with you, but I'll tell you what, if you can actually transition that thought to knowing in God's eyes. Now, you might not have faith, but the reality is God made only one of you, and he made you in the likeness of him, and he made you beautiful. So my rant to you, and I'm going to transition it to a rant, is why do you not freaking think you're beautiful enough? And I'm speaking this message to me, just so you know, but maybe this will relate to you, is why are you not thinking you're good looking enough? You're beautiful enough, right? Because what happens is when you don't, then you say, you know what? I'm out of shape. I'm overweight. I'm just not beautiful enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy enough. I'm not valuable enough. And then you start to turn, well, where can I find value? Where can I find worth? Where can I find satisfaction? And a lot of times we turn to the things that we can control, and food being one of those. Maybe even laziness, just relaxing. Those are the things that sometimes get us in trouble and could be the exact thing. And what I believe is the number one reason, actually. The number one reason people, it's not, yes, there's mindset involved and all that, but it has to do with you just not thinking you're good enough or beautiful enough. So I want to encourage you today on Thursday, October 1st, for those of you who are over 40, and I say over 40, now of course if you're under 40, this may relate to you, but typically the people I work with in my coaching program are people of faith over 40 who are struggling to find beauty in where they're at right now and today. And I don't know about you, but I can just tell you from personal experiences, unless you take your eyes off of yourself and turn them to God, it's going to be hard to find fully satisfaction in the beauty that lies within you. And I'm not just talking your inside beauty. I'm talking just looking in the mirror and saying, yes, I maybe am overweight and out of shape and not as healthy as I'd like to be, but today I'm beautiful. So today I want you to acknowledge that you're beautiful. I'm going to dare you. My rant is to dare you. Not just today, but I want you to claim it down in the comments below. If you listen this far, I want you to claim it and own it in the comments right now. If you're watching, Lori or Steve or whoever else is on here live, or if you catch me on the replay, I want you to put in the comments that I am beautiful. Yes, a male, yes, if you're a dude, you can do that as well. You're beautiful. You see, because I believe that I'm beautiful in the Lord's eyes, and honestly, that's all that matters, is in the Lord's eyes, in God's eyes. He thinks each and every one of us are beautiful. Yes, we're all jacked up and messed up, and we have dark, deep thoughts that nobody maybe will ever know about. I do. I don't know about you. And I'm certainly not perfect or ever will claim to be perfect, but I know today I'm going to claim it, that I'm beautiful in God's eyes. Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Lori. That we are each created in the image of him, and we are all children of God. And I think it constitutes, if you're a child of God, you're a beautiful child of God. And that's something that I just am thinking back to. Gosh, I didn't really know what that meant as a teenager, and I didn't really grow up in faith. I grew up around church, but I was more like the kind of the C&E church, Christmas and Easter. We would go and had a great upbringing. But I'll tell you what, if there's one thing I think that really is a struggle for people when they're trying to lose weight, and why they have a hard time losing weight, is that they don't believe that they are beautiful right now where they're at, the weight they're at. You get on the scale and maybe maybe the world's telling you you're not pretty, or you're saying to yourself that you're not good enough, you're not valuable enough. And not to say that you may need to change some habits and get on a healthier path and lose some weight to protect yourself and your family, and maybe to be able to do all that God's calling in your life by simply actually taking better care of your personal health and your physical health and your mental health and your spiritual health. But you can wake up in the morning and you may not have a beautiful sunrise like this or a beastly dog like this who's just patiently waiting for us to go back to have breakfast, is to realize that you are beautiful today. I'm going to claim it right now, that you are beautiful right now where you're at, whether you're 150 pounds, 250 pounds, 450 pounds, you're beautiful. And I don't know, maybe you've never even heard anybody tell you this before, and maybe you haven't ever met me face to face. But I just want to tell you this because there's nothing quite like, and if I can remember not feeling worthy enough or valuable enough to pull my own hair out, that was hard. And it's interesting that it's something that, it's such a long distant past of mine that I don't think about it. And but I think back, how crazy was that? I used to pull my own hair out of my head because I didn't feel like I was valuable enough and worthy enough. And I had great parents, and they were loving parents and not abusive or anything like that. But there was a time in my life as a teenager, and I have teenagers, so maybe I'm kind of resonating with that now because I see a lot of teenagers that don't feel are good enough or worthy enough. And that can carry some baggage along the way, along your life. And this is something that I think can be what causes people talk about, oh, I just don't have enough discipline. I just am lazy. You got to go deeper than that. You got to go get to the deeper root of it. And it may be something different, but chances are the number one reason you're struggling to lose weight is simply because you don't feel you're beautiful enough now or worthy enough now. Not to say that you're valuable or you're less than somebody else, but to realize that you're beautiful now, but the best is yet to come. The best is moving forward. The best is getting healthier. That's the thing. I don't want you to give up hope. I don't want you to give up on yourself. Life is too short, and you might be in your 40s and realize, look, you have half a life. Let's just say you live to 80 or 90, God willing. There's a whole half a life left. You could be living at your best rather than just drowning your sorrows and thinking of yourself as not valuable. So today, when you go about October 1st, the first day could be the first day of the rest of your life, the first day that you move forward and look in the mirror and you get up today, and after you watch the Daily Dose, you go brush your teeth and you stand in the mirror and you say, I'm beautiful. So last time I want you to go, if you're watching this, you catch the replay. If I see you caught the replay, I want you to put that you're beautiful, just like Lori did. Lori, you're beautiful. And Steve, you're a beautiful man. And that's all I have for today. I hope this resonated with you well. I'm excited to share some exciting things coming in the livelihood of my coaching. So if you're interested, if you have any interest in understanding what that's about, you're like, what the heck do you come on here live every single day? Don't you have like a life? I do. And it's helping others. I have a pursuit to help over 1,000 people this year. I'm on pursuit of that, whether you're coaching with me or whether you're just watching my Daily Dose. And I want to encourage you today on this day that you're beautiful. And that could be the number one reason why you're not having success on your weight loss path. That's all I have. Take care and have a blessed October 1st.